What if I told you a nation once stood before a mountain of fire, heard the voice of God, and lived?
Now, Israel, listen to the statutes and the judgments which I am teaching you to perform, so that you will live and go in and take possession of the land which the Lord, the God of your fathers, is giving you. You shall not add to the word which I am commanding you, nor take away from it, so that you may keep the commandments of the Lord your God. Now, Israel, listen to the statutes and the judgments which I am teaching you to perform. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did in the case of Baal Peor.
For all the men who followed Baal Peor, the Lord your God destroyed them from among you.
But you who held fast to the Lord your God are alive today, every one of you. See, I have taught you statutes and judgments, just as the Lord my God commanded me, that you should do thus in the land where you are entering to possess it. So keep and do them, for that is your witness and your understanding in the sight of the people
who will hear all these statutes and say, "Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people."
Bubab. For what great nation is there that has a God so near to it as is the Lord God whenever we call on God? Or what great nation is there that has statutes and judgments as righteous as this whole law, with this whole law which I am setting before you today? Only give heed to yourself and keep your soul diligently, so that you do not forget the things which your eyes have seen. And they do not depart from your heart all the days of your life, but make them known to your sons and your grandsons.
Remember the day you stood before the Lord your God at Horeb,
when the Lord said to me, "Assemble, assemble the people to me, that I may let them hear my words."
So that they may learn to fear me all the days they live on the earth, and that they may teach their children.
you came near and stood at the foot of the mountain. And the mountain burned with fire to the very heart of heaven, darkness, cloud, and thick gloom. Then the Lord spoke to you from the midst of the fire.
You heard the sound of words, but saw no form, only a voice.
So he declared to you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, that is, the 10 Commandments.
And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that you might perform them in the land where you are going over to possess it. So watch yourselves carefully, since you did not see any form on the day the Lord spoke to you at Horeb from the midst of the fire. But do not act corruptly and make for yourselves idols in the form of man or woman, animals, birds, creeping things, or fish. And beware not to lift up your eyes to heaven and worship the sun, the moon, and the stars. But the Lord has taken you and brought you out of the iron furnace from Egypt to be a people for his own possession. Now the Lord was angry with me on your account and swore that I would not cross the Jordan and enter the Lord your God that good is giving you as an inheritance. For I shall die in this land. I shall not cross the Jordan. But you shall cross and take possession of this good land. So watch yourselves, that you do not forget the covenant of the Lord your God, and make for yourselves an idol. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. When you become the father of children and children's children, and remain long in the land, and act corrupt, I call heaven and earth to witness against you today, that you will surely perish quickly from the land.
And the Lord will scatter you among the peoples, and you will be left few in number among the nations. There you will serve gods made by human hands, of wood and stone.
But from there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him if you search for him with all your heart and all your soul. When you are in distress and all these things come upon you, in the latter days you will return to the Lord your God and listen to his voice. For the Lord your God is a compassionate God. He will not fail you, nor destroy you, nor forget the covenant with your fathers. Indeed, ask now concerning the former days which were before you, since the day that God created man on the earth. Has any people heard the voice of God speaking from the midst of the fire, as you have heard it and survived? Or has a God tried to take for himself a nation from within another nation by trials, signs, wonders, war, and mighty deed? To you it was shown that you might know that the Lord, He is God. There is no other besides Him. Out of the heavens, He lets you hear His voice to discipline you. And on earth, He lets you see His great fire. We must remember the journey. Because He loved your fathers, therefore I chose their descendants after them. Driving out before you nations greater and mightier than you, to bring you in and give you their land. Know therefore today, and take it to your heart, that the Lord Himself is God in heaven above and on the earth below.
Then Moses set apart 3 cities across the Jordan toward the east.
That anyone who accidentally killed his neighbor without hatred could flee there and live.
These cities were Bezer, Ramoth, and Golan. Now this is the law which Moses set before the sons of Israel. These are the testimonies, the statutes, and the ordinances which Moses spoke to the sons of Israel after they came out of Egypt. These things were spoken beyond the Jordan in the valley opposite Beth Peor, in the land of Sihon king of the Amorites, whom they defeated, together with Og king of Bashan, the 2 kings of the Amorites. From Aroer, which is on the edge of the valley of Arnon, even as far as Mount Sion, that is Hermon.
And all the Arabah beyond the Jordan eastward, even to the sea of the Arabah, at the foot of the slopes of Pisgah.
And so Israel stood on the edge of promise, ready to hear the law of God.